Soucy, the 1985 Hilton Masters of Aerobatics champion and three-time U.S. National Aerobatic champion. Member of 2 U.S. World Aerobatic teams. And there is Gene Soucy on the takeoff roll. Snap rolls right on takeoff from knife edge. Back to upright flank 1 and 3/4 snap rolls. And that's his takeoff maneuver. Sponsored by Channel 10, the music rolls. Lots of snaps as he uses the Q&A to turn the aircraft around. 300 horsepower in this aircraft. The aircraft weighing just over 1,300 pounds empty. Multiple rolls as he comes by, showing you the tremendous roll rate, over 300 degrees per second of roll as he holds the nose on a point in the horizon and rolls around that point. Now a vertical climb. Beautiful tip smoke from grenades on the tips and smoke coming from the exhausts of the engines. Okay, inside snap roll, multiple snap rolls. As he dives down toward show center once again. In this incredible Extra 300S, unlimited class aerobatic airplane built in Germany by Mr. Walter Extra. The 300S, a fusion of superb quality, maximum performance, and impeccable engineering. Look at this vertical climb, tremendous vertical penetration as he holds the nose straight up. Pivoting now to the left in the hammerhead turn. Don't forget, American engines go clockwise. Pivots to the left in the hammerhead turn. Lots of speed now as he dives back into the demonstration zone. Performing the 8-point hesitation roll. Crisply stopped. Every 45 degrees of roll as he continues through in the 8-point hesitation roll. Vertical climb, Gene Soucy will use the Humpty Bump to turn the 300S around and come back in front of us once again. Coming into a maneuver he calls the snap dance. Lots of multiple snap rolls. Okay, rolling the aircraft first to the right, stopping at knife edge, snap roll and a half back to knife edge. Now to wing swivel inverted, and now snap rolls back to upright. Rolling and snap rolling. All the while maintaining altitude and direction in the Extra 300S. The aerobatic capabilities of all Extra aircraft are legendary. It's one of the most popular aircraft used in national and world competitions. Just 21 feet in length, with a weight just around 2,000 pounds in its air show performance configuration with fuel and pilot on board. Now coming back down on a 45-degree show line toward show center line once again. Hesitation rolls and snap rolls and rolls on the way down. Lots of speed generating as he comes across the bottom now and pulls the nose straight up into the vertical, past the vertical and on around, into a loop with multiple rolls on top. Look at that corkscrew shape. Those are snap rolls on the top. Multiple snap rolls on top of the loop. Now here comes the maneuver that Gene Soucy calls the Kermit to turn this around. He's going to climb straight vertically now. He'll start the roll. There goes the rudder in. That vertical climbing snap roll. As the speed drops down, and yet he has plenty of performance to fly right off the top of the Kermit and perform a 4-point hesitation roll. First to the right and now back to the left. Gene Soucy, the 1985 Hilton Masters of Aerobatics champion and three-time U.S. National Aerobatic champion. Member of 2 U.S. World Aerobatic teams. Multiple inside snap rolls as he dives down on a 45-degree line. Drawing his wings level line through the show area now, quickly back on the stick. 5 times the force of gravity as he pulls 5 positive G's to the vertical. Starting the aircraft rolling to the right, and now Lumpshavak off the top, tail up over the nose. Starting from the vertical. That maneuver normally performed in knife edge flight in about a 60-degree climb. With the incredible Extra 300S and this incredible world-class pilot, he can perform the Lumpshavak from the vertical. Now holding it upside down and pushing forward on the stick. About 3.5 negative G forces trying to force him outside of the canopy of the airplane as he performs another looping maneuver, the outside 8-sided loop. outside, octagon loop. Okay, pushing to the vertical now. He'll start to perform a full 4-point hesitation roll on the way up. We're going to take a good look at the top of the airplane as he pivots around his own length in the hammerhead turn, diving straight back down toward the ground once again. But of course we have to have a couple of multiple snap rolls, 3 full snaps on the way down. Okay, cutting across the demonstration zone and climbing vertically, we get a good look at the top of the airplane as he pulls the nose down through. In the inverted falling leaf, upside down now, just like a falling leaf. Rarely done in air shows anymore. Beautifully done. And done upside down by Gene Soucy. That aircraft slipped from side to side, but all done inverted, upside down. Incredible maneuver by Gene Soucy. Multiple snap rolls now as he continues to turn the aircraft around. Smoke system's off. He's going to be climbing up to altitude. We'll tell you a little bit more about Gene Soucy. Gene Soucy, we have you loud and clear on the radio.
Okay, man, what a day for an air show. Best guys. I'd like to take this time to say thanks to Channel 10, WJR, for sponsoring this airplane, and also our great friends at the Newport Creamery, sponsor of the event, show cat. Way Walker with Teresa Stokes. I'm at 32,000 feet now, and about to dive back in for this next vertical upside. Let's get ready to tumble. Here we go.
Okay, Gene Soucy, we're going to watch this vertical lump shaback, and then you're going to hold it into a knife-edge spin. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. Here we come.
Okay, let's rock and roll. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Gene Soucy. Lots of energy building up right now. You can hear it.
No, he's out somewhere flying around.
And he gave that big thank you to Channel 10 for sponsoring the Extra 300S performance by Gene Soucy. Here he comes at a high rate of noise. Speed approaching 300 miles an hour as he comes toward show center. Back on the stick and starting the vertical climb. Let's watch the vertical Umshabak. Starting the roll, there goes the push and the kick, and there goes the aircraft in too. Now watch carefully, sliding straight backwards, and now pivoting on around and holding it in knife edge. Holding it in knife edge flight in the knife edge spin. Airspeed building up as he pulls out of the knife edge spin. Tip smoke back on right now as he starts the vertical climb into the spiraling tower. An inverted spin as he continues to climb and then flying right off the top of the spiraling tower. Nose comes up once again. Let's see if we can get another lump shavak out of the AVEMCO 300S. Yes, there goes the tumble. There goes the tail up over the nose in the lump shavak. Nose coming back down now to recover from the lump shavak on the 45-degree turn. Diamond in the sky. Lump shavak on top of the diamond. Back down on the 45-degree line. Let's watch as he pulls through 90 degrees a turn to another 45, completing the diamond at show center with the lump shavak on top. Okay, kind of a rolling lazy 8 here. A very busy turn that Gene Soucy calls the scrambler turn. Now watch as speed builds up and energy builds up and he performs the torque roll. He's going to start a vertical climb. A couple of snaps on the way up and hold that vertical climb. Now he's going to start the aircraft rolling with the flight controls, but now the torque of the engine is twisting the aircraft around itself as it slides backwards in the torque roll straight back into his own smoke as he pulls the power back and the nose dives down. And Gene Soucy dedicates that maneuver to a former teammate of his, who just recently went west, as we say. A fellow named Charlie Hillard, who developed that torque roll, the first to perform it in aerobatic competitions. God bless you, Charlie. I know you're watching. Okay, Gene Soucy now climbing, and he's going to be coming back into the demonstration zone once again. And if you're looking out there across the runway, yes, that is a ribbon that's across there, and you'll see that in just a few minutes as we have multiple snap rolls as Gene Soucy heads down toward that ribbon just a few feet above the runway. Just inches above that runway that's set up right above. Or correction, that ribbon that's set up right above the runway. He took a good look at the position of that as he maneuvers the aircraft to reposition. Another Kermit turnaround to get the aircraft all set up. Now he's going to pull the nose up. Perform another one full outside snap, it looked like, as he climbed on the vertical. Flying right off the top. And hovering the aircraft, now holding the nose in a very, very high attitude, very carefully holding the nose in position with the rudder and ailerons, and hovering the extra 300S high above us just like a helicopter. Tremendous power to hold the aircraft in position just like a helicopter hovering. It wants to twist off, it wants to torque off, it wants to do lots of things. Gene Soucy is able to use the tremendous rudder and aileron authority of this aircraft and hold it in that position in the hover. Watch as he turns around right now and sets up for his upside down ribbon cut. You saw him take a look at it before as he came by. Perhaps he'll come by and take another look at it. Yes, I think so. Good idea, Gene Soucy, as he comes roaring by at over 250 miles an hour. Little kick to one side, little kick to the other side as he exits on a 45-degree line with another snap roll. He took a good look at the ribbons. He's probably going to take another look at them as he comes by. Because as you can see, those ribbons are just about 25 feet above the runway. Again, Gene Soucy is going to attempt to cut that ribbon with the propeller, with the three-bladed Muehlbauer propeller of the extra 300S. He has the aircraft upside down. He's now correcting for these winds blowing across the zone. He's got his line. He is about 22 feet above the runway. The tail just about 20 feet above the runway. He's lined up on the ribbon. Can he cut the ribbon? Yes, he can. Straight through the ribbon with the propeller of the AVEMCO 300S, the extra 300S sponsor. Today by Channel 10 WJR. And a big thank you to our pole holding team out there. And now Gene Soucy comes by once again, using one half the Cuban 8 to turn the aircraft around. His young daughter Jessie, when she's around the house and just being a normal kid, she's Jessie, but when she does super things, she turns into Jessie Gino, complete with cape. And this maneuver is for her. This is the Jessie Gino knife edge. Snap roll to knife edge once again. Another snap roll back to wings, level of 3/4 snap to wings upright. Now Gene Soucy is going to perform another 4-point hesitation roll as he exits. He'll turn the aircraft around and set up for his landing. While he does, we'll tell you a little bit more about Gene Soucy. Using one half Cuban 8, lots of snap rolls, of course. Of course, we wouldn't expect him just to set up for a normal landing. Power's back now, and he's slipping the airplane down to lose altitude without gaining a whole lot of airspeed, because he's got to get down to his landing speed. Flying it sideways in that great big slip into the wind. Now he's straightened it out. He's down to landing speed, holding it just inches above the runway. There's the wing down into the crosswind, touching down on the upwind gear. Now the other gear, and soon he'll lower the tail down. Beautiful crosswind landing. Gene Soucy, flown in 41 aerobatic contests. He's finished out of the top 5. He's finished out of the top 5, correct that, only 6 times. First place 20 times. With over 23,500 hours, over 6,000 hours in the Fifth Special and Eagle biplanes, Gene Soucy has flown over 142 different types of aircraft. He holds an airline transport pilot rating as a flight instructor and also a helicopter pilot and glider pilot. Flew his first professional air show way back in 1968. whose first formation performance with the original Red Devils in 1969 with Marion Cole, Bob Ewer. Now he's taxiing by. He's going to turn the aircraft around and taxi back from right to left with his specially designed and custom designed Kevlar helmet in this very, very high-tech aircraft.
This is Joe Caprio from City Life. Last time I saw you, you looked out the window of your limo down at the Dutch Inn and you waved to City Life Productions and you had that look on your face, oh my God, what are we getting into this time?
No, that's fine. We'd like to have you all here, and this is a great show and great weather, and it's just a great way of promoting our state.
No, I meant the oil spill. At the moment of that spill, the look on your face as a governor, I mean, I wouldn't have wanted the responsibility that you had at that moment.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I was down at East Matunic, and we gave awards to all of those who helped us, the citizen groups and the government people. So we actually had a celebration of coming close to the end of it. But that first week of the oil spill, I'll tell you, was very devastating to everyone in the state. It was very devastating to me personally, and I'm glad we got it behind us.
I'm glad we got it behind us, and I'm glad you were there during it because you did a heck of a job. City Life wants to thank you for that, wants to thank you for always waving and being good to us.
We have a nice
good luck, Governor.
Thank you. Across
Thank
us
you
out
very
here,
much.
making us feel nice. Starting the aircraft rolling to the right, and now Lumpshavak off the top, tail up over the nose. Starting from the vertical. That maneuver normally performed in knife edge flight in about a 60-degree climb. With the incredible extra 300S and this incredible world-class pilot, he can perform the Lumpshavak from the vertical. Now holding it upside down and pushing forward on the stick. About 3.5 negative G-forces trying to force him outside of the canopy of the airplane as he performs another looping maneuver, the outside 8-sided loop.